So, hello, sir. Welcome to this.
Yes, hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. So, welcome to this program, Explore Aspiring Independent Director Mindset. And as
Thank
you
you.
know, it's an initiative by Board Connect of India Private Limited, and it's aimed to increase the visibility and readiness of its members for the role of independent director. I am Dr. Rupali Shrivastava, and I'm pleased to be joined by you, Mr. Vijit Nilsson, who brings over 25 years of experience with key focus on sales and marketing, and he is also known for his expertise in developing profitable industry partnerships. So we are delighted to have you with us today and looking forward for an engaging session.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much for inviting me for this session. I'm so excited to be a part of Board Connect. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, could you tell us something about yourself, your personal journey, your professional experiences?
Yes, ma'am. I'm into the automobile industry for the last 25 years. I started my career as a sales executive in the year 1999 after completing my graduation in mechanical engineering. So it was very challenging from a very entry level employee mindset to come into this level as a currently I work as a CEO for EVM Group. I handle the Jeep, Citroen, and Euro Repair brands for the EVM Group, operating handling entire Kerala, the sales and service and after sales. So it was very challenging experience. I had an opportunity to work with one of the biggest group in the Arab, which is called the South Bowan Group in Oman and Muscat. I worked with KVR Group for the Maruti Suzuki dealership. So it was an exciting career for me. It was challenging every day and working in the dynamic automobile industry, updating on a day-to-day basis the industry standards, upgrading ourselves to the next level. So it was very challenging and exciting. And this experience actually nurtured me into one of the leaders in the automobile industry in Kerala. So still, I am a learning person. I always, on a daily basis, I'm so excited to learn new things. So thank you very much. And my family consists of my wife. She's a homemaker. My daughter is preparing for the board exam for the 10th standard in CBSE. And my son, he's currently studying the 9th standard. So we are basically from Calicut, the southern state of Kerala.
So,
And I'm also an IMCA certified management consultant. And I'm a startup mentor with Kerala Startup Mission and Startup India.
okay, that's wonderful, sir. And you are also an independent director. So,
Yes, yes.
So, what do you think? What are the qualities an independent director should have to ensure that the organization is for the betterment of organization? What all qualities they should be having?
Okay, see, my inspiration to become an independent director, it is my passion for the leadership and for the governance.
Mhm.
And see, I want to make meaningful impacts into the organization. And with lots of years of experience in leadership and management, I realized that I can play as an independent director role and I can contribute to the society and also into the business environment. This is actually what my inspiration is all about. And the qualities, as you asked, ma'am, it is the basic qualities as an independent leader. We should have it. For me, it is like the integrity and ethical standards. It is the prior and foremost quality what an independent director should have. And also, he should have a strategic thinking capacity. He should be a visionary person and the financial acumen, the knowledge about the financial statement, how we interpret the balance sheet, how we interpret the budgeting and financial sources of the organization, and give your inputs. And that is also very important. And also, then our objective thinking and our objective standards of communication, that is also very important. And for an independent director, definitely the communication skills, the interpersonal skills, these are all very important. And mainly, we should have a focus onto the small stakeholders, and it should be a supportive environment. We should create a supportive atmosphere in the board, and we should contribute to the independent director should contribute to the growth of the organization.
Mhm.
And these are the
Very,
basic qualities
yeah,
what I feel.
rightly said, sir. Rightly said. So, right now we are talking about digital transformation. So how do
Yes,
you think
yes.
your experience will help organization to scale up its operations or improve its service offerings?
So digital transformation, everybody speaks about digital transformation. In my experience, in one of my organization where I was working, I worked as a senior general manager for sales and marketing. I developed an ERP solution and I was the lead for that. Actually, from marketing to inquiry management to sales and to operations and to deliver the product to the customer, we had lots of gap. So after introducing this ERP and digitalizing the for process and systems, we were able to grow our business by around 35% because it becomes very easy for the employees from the ground level to the operational level to follow up the data, to make sure what is happening on the data. So digital transformation is one of in source of operating system. It is very, very important. Now, when we speak about the digital marketing, that is also a digital transformation. So initially, we have been mainly focusing into the BTL activities, print medias, and so many other uh, sources of creating business and branding. But now, since for the last so many years, the importance of social media has come into act. So how we are placing our organization, how we are placing our product, how we are targeting the customers digitally, now it is very, very important. So people have different sorts of experience, different sorts of level of thinking on how digital transformation can be made. But definitely a leader, we should be updated on a daily basis as an independent director, how the organization is going to be helpful with the digital transformation is very, very important.
Okay, okay, very true, sir. Right now, everything is digital. We have to be
Yes,
in
yes, yes.
digital
Yeah,
world only. Yeah. So,
correct, correct.
you have talked about corporate governance, and right
Yeah,
in nowadays we hear lots of stories about not so good governance. So, how will
correct.
you ensure that the company should adhere to these governance and compliance standards?
Madam, actually, corporate governance as a leader, I would like to say a leader, he should know what is happening, what is the process, what is the ground reality happening in the organization, which is very, very important. Because unless the people who is working in the leadership role is not able to understand the process is happening, it is not only about profits, it's not only about the product portfolio, it is about the process what we set. So knowing the process is very important. And number two, there should be a very strategic objective goals for the leader about the organization, which should be understood by each and every employee in the organization. And that goal should be in a very simple language and which should be understood by every organization, every employee in the organization. And number three, it's one of the important thing which I already noticed. The self esteem of the employees. We have some sort of relatives or friends into our organization. Okay, so when we help those type of peoples, or when we create a separate team, my own team, forgetting the people who is working hard in the field or in the factory or in the industry, we only support a few people. The favoritism that should not be there. The favoritism has to be removed from the organization, and we should be very objectively managing our employees based on their performance, based on their hard work, empathetic leadership, which is very important, which is on the fourth step.
Oh,
And corporate governance is basically standing on these four pillars. One is the vision, one is the strategy, what this person is doing, empathetic leadership, understanding the employees, and a clear cut vision, a simple vision, objective, and goal for each and every employee to understand.
okay, okay. So, but sometimes it becomes very difficult also. Yeah, that brings to my next question, conflict at board
Yeah.
level. So, can you share any situation where you have played a role of arbitrator and positively influenced the outcome?
Yes, definitely. When we work in an automobile industry, we have four major departments. We can call it as a three major departments in an automobile industry, especially in the dealership management. One is the marketing and sales team, and another is the after sales team, where they're very difficult to coordinate with these two guys. And third one is the finance and accounts team. Okay. And these three departments, definitely in any automobile industry or any automobile dealership management, it will be like a three verticals. So managing these three peoples together,
Hmm.
it is really, really, really difficult. And in that way, I was successful in my last job, couple of jobs, because I create a common goal and I make them to sit together in a common platform. And how are you going to contribute for the common goal? Because this is like the two sides of a coin. Without sales, we cannot do a better service oriented industry. And without better service, the sales will not happen. So, my common goal, how I am going to, or how I used to reduce the conflict. Conflict then, generally it happens. We cannot remove it completely, but we have to manage it in a very simple manner. Is creating a common goal, give them a common platform to speak.
Yeah.
In
Yes.
front of them, they should have that objective of the organization. So they will not speak on a higher note.
Hmm.
They will be on always on the lighter note when they have a common platform and a common goal.
Hmm. So that is a wonderful approach, sir. That is really
Yeah.
a wonderful approach so that everyone is at the same platform and they appreciate each other work also. And
Yes,
so,
and encouraging the open communication, transparency in our communication.
Mhm.
That is all very important to reduce the conflicts.
Yeah. So any improvement would you recommend for the arbitration framework in this industry?
No, we understand each departments. We understand what is the real problem, what is
Mhm.
the ground reality problems they are facing.
Okay.
Listen to them,
Mhm.
make them speak about their problem. Let them give us the couple of solutions. Sit together with the entire team, understand the common problems, and solve that common problems for the betterment, for the achieving the goals and objective of the organization in a common platform with ethical practices.
Okay.
That is very important.
Perfect, sir. Yeah. So coming to this ESG, right now, no, everyone is talking about ESG. So how
Yes.
as an independent director would you advocate for these?
So ESG, I am also an ESG advocate. I am a certified ESG consultant also.
Great, sir.
And
Congratulations.
because yeah, in India, as we say, it is slowly coming to practice.
Hmm.
Currently, it is into mandatory only for the 1,000 listed companies in the country, but it is slowly coming into the private and private limited companies or non-listed companies also. This practice is going to come because the ESG practice is going to give us a great credibility for the investors. So when a company is following an ESG practice, environment, they are focusing on the environment, or they are focusing into sustainability, they are focusing to the governance. This definitely gives a better confidence for the investors. So what I feel is every company who wants to grow into the next level should focus the GRA platforms. Currently, we have the GRA platforms. There are lots of people who can give you that ESG certification. Please go for the ESG certifications so that it will help the extra branding for the organization. A
Okay.
company with a ESG certificate, the customers can be more approachable, so they will feel that this company is reliable.
Mhm.
When a company is certified by ESG, the investors can be also feel better about the company. Uh, the employees working there also feel happy. They also feel they feel that my company is committed for the ESG, saving something to the community. So that brand feeling, that emotion will be attached with all the stakeholders, starting from the employees, the investors, the customers, the owners or the directors, everyone,
Okay.
including the government.
Okay. Okay, it's a top-down approach. Management has to
Yeah.
agree on this thing and go for it. So coming to
Yes. Yes.
diversity and inclusion, so what is your take on that? You think it's important and
Mm.
how it can be, how organization can promote diversity and inclusion? Because most of the time it's seen, it's on papers, but it's not executed well.
Yeah, this is a very a tough question anyway. But it is very, very important that our any organizations, whether based on the demographics or experimental or cognitive approaches, has to be there to include the diversity in terms of gender equality is also to be maintained. But in many of the organizations where I worked, there is a common approach to include or to diversify the operations in terms of manpower, in terms of locations, or include each and every people who is associated in the society. In terms of, since I worked in Kerala, it's a very highly politicized state. So
Mhm.
we have to include each and every one who matters. So
Mhm.
identifying the better people from each diversified communities, diversified groups, that is very important. And how we want to include these people into our organizational development. Actually, it is a really tough task, but somehow we are able to manage it. We have, I think every organization should have a policy on that. Once we create a policy, and if we can follow that policy, then definitely this will help the organizations.
Okay, and sir, your thought on common goal that no you have discussed while we were discussing the conflict that might also help.
Yes, yes,
If
yes.
we
That
can,
is the only method where we can create a common goal.
yeah, true. Yes,
Yeah.
very true, sir.
And accountability, how we can give them, make the people accountable for that goal.
That is
How
also
we train
very
them,
true.
yeah. How we
Yeah.
train them, yeah.
Mhm. Okay, good, sir. So right now, with so much of emerging technology, globalization, and regulatory aspects, so would you like to share your observation on these and how this is going to transform our corporate landscape?
Globalization, definitely, I am not a expert to speak about the globalization, but we could see there are lots of companies they are coming into India. Currently, the company where I work, Citron, they're a French brand. They are coming to India, and from here they are going to export the vehicles to a majority of the countries outside India,
Okay.
specifically into Middle East and North Africa. So globalization definitely helps. So the market is very wide. Earlier, we should think my panchayat or my district is the only market. Now it is not like that. We can go anywhere, understanding the customer needs. We can go anywhere, sell our products, sell our service, maintain our customers through different channels. Even I would like to speak about the BPO companies. Majority of there are lots of companies I know, lots of my friends who is working into the BPO industry, where they serve the US and Canadian clients sitting in South India, sitting in South India, because the South Indian operations is basically cost effective, which is almost 40 or 50 percentage of the cost for the operations if they do in US and Canada, and a partial cost it is happening in India, which is benefiting our economy also. The amount is coming in US dollars, so it is a job opportunity for many of the peoples here. Small and entrepreneurs are coming in with 20 seats, 25 seats BPO. Now they are increasing to 50 and 100 seats, and
Yeah.
they are creating a channel through the Middle East to India. So globalization is definitely, it's a game, or a game in the future also. It's already started. It is already there in the industry. Definitely, globalization and data management will help any organization to move forward.
Yeah, very true, sir. Yeah, this is going to happen, and we can't avoid this globalization because of e-commerce.
Yes,
Everything
yes.
is now connected.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct, correct, correct.
yeah. So, sir, if you are given an opportunity to join any industry as an independent director, so what would be your preference, and how would you think your experience will positively impact the organizational strategic direction and law for long-term success?
Closing my eyes, I can speak about the automobile industry where I have been working for the last 25 years. But it's a very dynamic industry. It's going for the last 2 years, it is stagnant in terms of numbers. But we could see there are lots of companies coming in. Currently, in the Auto Expo, the Global Bharat Global Expo, which happened in Delhi a couple of days back, the Malaysian EV giant VinFast is going to come in India. They already started their the productions. They want the planned operation is going to start. BYD in the EV technology is going to increase. Maruti Suzuki is coming up with a EV car which is called the E Vitara. The Citroen, they already have an EV which is going to upgrade it in the coming days. So it's a very dynamic industry. My first preference to work with an automobile industry itself, whether it is auto component or automaker or auto dealer, the channel partners of automobile industry. But definitely, I can go with any retail industry, FMCG industry also. the sort of experience what I have in my
Yeah.
channel management, and how can I impact. See, my major thing is I can create a very strategic sales and marketing plan for this organization. I can focus on the cost control, and I can identify different verticals to make the revenue, to increase the revenue and profit. And these are my three major important expertise
Yeah.
for any organizations.
Yes. I could remember seeing that in your resume also. It's there.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Wherever I go in any organization, I go immediately. Some sort of intuition I have to identify the unwanted cost.
Okay. That's
So
wonderful.
immediately within 2-3 months, I try to reduce that. I try to make the gap, fill the gap.
So this is one of your skill set.
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So, with this question, sir, we have come to the end of our interview. So,
Okay.
thank you for sharing this valuable insight. And I have taken so much from your interview. Common goal is one thing I have definitely taken. And this
Yes, ma'am.
was how to get rid of non-value added activities, whether it's respect to the process or with respect to the cost also. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we this
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to put my insights. Thank you very much.
and all the best for your role as
Thank you.
an independent director in near future.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.